So we all know why I'm here, right? If you've been following the news lately, I'm sure you've heard all about the controversy that's going on right now surrounding Thing. For those of you who are unfamiliar, basically, Thing is bad now. It used to be really good, and people liked it. But now it's really bad, and people don't like it. Now, I personally used to be a big fan of Thing. I still remember the first time I saw / listened to / read / experienced it, and I just knew that it was going to be huge. But as it gained traction and popularity and somewhat of a following, it also gained notoriety. You see, Thing wasn't exactly what everybody thought it was. Sure, it was Thing, and it was great, and of course everybody loved it for that. But behind the scenes, it started to become Bad Thing. The first major red flag that sort of arose for people was back in 2014, when Thing did generally disagreeable action. People at the time were shocked because up until that point, everyone had kind of seen Thing as this beacon for positivity and for progress. And this was the first time that people got a peek behind the curtain, so to speak. Of course, Thing apologized immediately, saying that its actions were not indicative of the type of person / brand / podcast / corporation that it truly was, and that going forward it promised full transparency and accountability. And it was rough going for a while, but after a few months or so, people seemed generally ready to trust Thing again. Partially because they truly thought that it had changed for the better, but mostly because they were tired of feeling bad about themselves about secretly still being fans of Thing, even though everybody was telling them not to be. The next handful of years were pretty smooth sailing, apart from a few hitches here and there. It seemed like Thing truly had taken all of the criticism to heart and had changed for the better. That was until 2 days ago. On January 10th, 2025, Thing was caught doing exceedingly disagreeable action. This wasn't like back in 2014 where it could just apologize, shake it off, and kind of move on. Generally, disagreeable action is one thing, but exceedingly disagreeable action, that's something you just don't come back from. Now, I know I'm not the first to talk about this, and I definitely won't be the last, but I just felt the need to share my unique perspective given the fact that everybody else feels generally the same way and has access to the same information.